All right, April. How old are you?
I'm 32.
32.
Yeah.
Okay. And you said you're from Tucson.
No, I'm from Dallas.
Cells. Okay.
Yeah.
The res.
I've been here 13 years.
Okay. Okay.
I've been here 13 years. Last time I was home was about two and a half years ago when my dad died. Shortly after that, I lost everything, so I spiraled downward.
You said he passed from a
He
heart
died
attack in his sleep.
Yeah.
Okay. And who was staying at the house at that point?
My grandma, and my kids. My grandma and my kids, and then I wasn't sure how to deal with it, so I turned over to
The beans.
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. How long you been doing those?
Blues.
What's that?
Blues.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, black was my thing.
It's been 2 years. Yeah, I just started the whole thing, so everybody keeps telling me to get off that wagon before it's too late.
I hear it's coming back. Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Yeah, I
really
think the longer you stay on it, the more life
harder
is
it
going to be like
gets.
this.
Yeah.
You know, because that's once it takes over, that's all that matters. The next one, you know.
You're always chasing it.
Oh yeah, always chasing it. Wake up, boom. Yeah.
Man, I mean, I felt the come down from that, and it's something nice.
Mm-hmm.
So I've been like trying to stay away from it.
Yeah.
But it's everywhere, so it's hard not to.
So prior to that, how was life like growing up and
Pretty good.
everything?
My grandparents raised me. My mom spent most of her life in prison.
Who is?
My mom.
Okay.
She just went back actually. She just went back and she's looking at 5 to 7.
Was she out here too?
Something just didn't feel right with her going, and I knew she was leaving, and I asked her not to go, and she went anyway. Usually when she tells me that something doesn't feel right, she doesn't go against it. But something was just off about that day.
Was she on the streets with you?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
I think a lot of that had to do with her making sure that I was okay, or trying to look out for me at a distance.
Were you guys together every day?
Just about, yeah.
God, that's so tough.
Yeah.
That is so tough.
Yeah, we just got a new place out on 22nd. And then this happened, so I can't get into the apartment. So I'm just kind of stuck right now.
Yeah.
Before this, I was working, I was going to school, I had my kids. I was doing pretty good for myself.
What kind of work?
Nursing.
Awesome.
Yeah,
wow.
I was a medical assistant.
You're a smart girl.
Thank you.
Yeah, even nursing, you're a smart girl.
I tried to go for my doctorate, and I didn't have the patience for it.
Yeah.
Or the stomach.
Yeah.
So I didn't do it.
So how did your habit start?
My habit started about 7 years ago. I went through my first stillborn. I had a stillborn, and I didn't have nobody around at the time, so it was really hard for me to deal with. So after that, I just kind of spiraled downward. I wasn't sure like how to deal with it, so I just started getting high. And it's been hard to quit. I mean, I functioned for a while, and then every time I would get mad, I would just go downward. And every time it would just become more and more. I think the most I've spent is about $3,800 in a day, and it's just it's not worth it at the end of the day.
There's never enough, huh? Yeah. It's never enough. So, where's your kid's father?
Taking care of their kids now.
Oh, he's with. Okay.
They're taking care of their kids now.
And he's doing okay?
Yeah, he's doing all right.
Does he know you're out here?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He chooses not to connect with me because of that reason, but if that's the way it has to be, then so be it.
When was the last time you seen him?
About a year ago.
Okay.
Yeah, I saw him in passing a couple of days ago, but he didn't say nothing. He just kept walking. Yeah, my son with him. I don't think they noticed me.
So what do you go through out here as a female?
A lot. We, as women, we're really big targets for people who are lonely and don't have nothing better to do. We get followed around, we get chased around, we get attacked. It just depends on where you are.
Yeah.
Right now I'm probably in the safest place I can be. I mean, it may not seem that way to most people, but
Have you been staying at this ditch?
Yeah.
Right here? Yeah.
Yeah, I've been here for almost a year.
Yeah.
I came back this way when 3 years ago I got jumped on the east side, and they just about left me for dead sitting on the side of 7-Eleven. I got beat with by 2 black guys, and I wasn't entirely sure what was gonna happen, because when I woke up in the hospital.
Jeez.
I couldn't open my eyes. I couldn't move anything. Everything hurt. I spent like 3 months in the hospital because of that.
Do you know why they did that?
I don't. Right around that time, there was a lot of girls that were getting attacked. A lot of girls that were turning up missing. A lot of girls that turned up dead. So they, I can honestly say I'm lucky to still be here. Because a lot of my friends didn't make it through that. And they were just targeting females that, were by themselves and didn't have nobody around, and were just trying to get from point A to point B and catching them right in the middle.
Yeah.
And it was so much as, hey, can you sit down and get high with me? And you tell them no, and they start freaking out. And when I turned around, I got hit over the head with a cinder block. It was just, everybody's story is different. It's scary running out here by yourself, and then with TPD, chasing everybody off. It's just, that's another thing we have to deal with.
The past week or two, things like police related have just been turning up. I've heard so much from all the interviews I've done, like it's just getting worse,
because it's like now we're just it feels like they just do it just to do it. Like they got nothing better to do, so they're gonna come mess with us. Like, we're not doing nothing wrong, we're not hurting nobody, we're just staying to ourselves. Like, even if it's a small group, we're not bothering nobody. We're not out here causing trouble. We're just trying to be left alone.
I normally ask like what's been the scariest experience out here, but I mean, you've told me a few already.
Yeah.
Like just waking up in the hospital, that I couldn't imagine.
Yeah, and then your family not being able to find you is another thing. Like, my mom didn't know where I was at. She didn't know what was going on.
Yeah.
And someone kept telling her that I was okay, that I was fine, and the whole time I was laying in the hospital.
Do you think, would you consider this your rock bottom?
Yeah.
Have you been to like a treatment center before? Anything like that? Okay.
I was always able to do it on my own.
Okay.
But I feel like this time around it's not gonna happen like that.
Like, having a habit like this is it's probably like mind-blowing to other people, but it's so strong. Like, no matter what happens to us out here, like, we still stay out here, right?
Yeah.
Just because we need that next one.
Yeah. And it's like, if we don't have it, then we're always gonna go find a way to get it.
Yeah.
And it sucks because you see a lot of people do the most randomest shit just to get what they need, from hitting licks to someone just taking somebody's bag or purse. And it's sad. It's sad to watch all that. Like,
yeah.
If I can, I try not to let shit like that happen, but you can't help it. You can't help it when everybody's doing it.
What is something you've done? 2 more questions. What is something you've done that you're not proud of to get cash or get your next fix?
Oh man, go on a date.
Yeah.
Some guys just can't take no for an answer, and the way they treat you is just, behind closed doors is all different. It's scary, but it's different. So girls who do stuff like that for a living, like, I don't understand it, but they have a lot of strength to do it, because I don't have it in me.
How many times have you done that?
Once.
Okay.
I've only done it once, and I swear I'd never do it again.
If you can, take me back to that day and like how you were feeling or what was going through your mind before you did that.
At that point, I needed the money. I had just lost my dad, and I didn't know what I was gonna do. I tried to go back home, and they said everybody had known before I did. I was the last one to find out. By the time I found out, he was already gone. And so I tried to make some money to go back home, and when this guy approached me, he asked me if I wanted to go hang out with him, and by hanging out, I figured sit back, smoke, and kick back. What I didn't know was this guy wasn't just on the offender list, but people can hit really hard when you tell them no. When he grabbed onto my leg, and I panicked. I didn't know what to do. And I slapped him, and as soon as I slapped him, he hit me harder. He almost broke my jaw. I had to fight to get out of his car. I had to break his window. And had I not had a knife on me that night, I probably wouldn't have gotten out of that car. Because he kept talking about, I'm going to kill you if you don't give me what I want.
So you got away. You didn't have to do anything?
I'd break a window to get out of his car, but no, I didn't.
God.
As he's trying to pull my clothes off of me, and I kept telling him no, I was like, I'm not understanding. Like, you said hang out. This is not what I signed up for. Because he told me, I'll give you $100 if you just want to hang out for a couple hours. And it turned into that. It turned into one big ass fight. That's just something I don't tell everybody, because not everybody cares.
I understand.
Yeah.
So is your ultimate goal to get back to cells?
No, my ultimate goal is to get a job and get my kids back. I don't really go home as much as I should. When my dad died, it just gave me more reason not to want to go back out there. I come from a very spiteful crowd. It's not every family is a good family. And my family and I, we fight a lot. So there's just sometimes you just don't want to be around people.
I can relate. Totally. What do you think you're going to do? About your situation?
Get clean.
You know where to go to do all that?
I'm supposed to be getting a bed here within the next day or two.
Oh, sweet. Good.
So
good.
I should be getting out of here soon.
Are you at one of the behavioral health centers?
Yeah.
Okay, good. Yeah, you know what's up. Yeah. It's good. I usually give people my card if they ever get to that point they feel ready. They give me a call. I could take them to detox or rehab. I don't work with any of those places. I just do this for myself and to help connect with you guys.
Yeah.
But I'm happy to hear you're connected with one of those places. So that's good. Keep checking on that. Hopefully something opens up soon.
Yeah.
If you need, worst case scenario, if you can't take it or if it's too sketchy out here, you could always go to CBI.
Yeah.
You know where that is downtown?
Yeah.
That's where I went.
Okay.
I went there so many times, but even if it's for the night, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just go crash out and then
just have a place to sleep.
Yes, that's what I did. On and off for 13 years. So
you were out here for 13 years.
On and off. God. I was never homeless for an extended period of time, but I ran the streets, hung out here just.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of people out here like that.
All day type thing.
Yeah.
And
it's you have a home, but you don't want to be home. You got to be here.
I got kicked out so many times, and my pattern was I'd go to CBI for the night, check out in the morning, and then just go do my thing, and then go back.
Yeah.
That was my pattern. I couldn't take living on the streets. The most I ever stayed on the streets is a few days. Nothing too crazy.
That was something I never thought I'd get used to.
Yeah.
My mom used to tell me, it's so hard being out here. This is not a lifestyle you want. So I figured, okay, so you did it, why can't I?
Yeah.
She made it through it. Why can't I do that? But everybody thinks, okay, well, she's just trying to be like her mom. It's not it.
Well, you could do it, and you're gonna do it.
Yeah.
You're already taking the right steps to get out of this situation, and so the bed's at a rehab. Is it? Okay, good. Yeah, that's so good.
Yeah,
and
I'll
then
be gone for 30 days.
You'll feel a lot better. You'll feel a lot better. Be able to get your life back, eat some food, rest.
Right. Gain some weight.
Gain some good old weight. And then while you're there, try and take care of as much as you can, open court cases or reaching out to family or kids, repairing relationships. That way when you get out, life will be a little easier.
So I have to do it
That's
all at
one
once.
thing I did.
Yeah.
Just utilize the staff there, the therapists. Hey, I'm trying to do this. Could you help me out? They'll get you through that. So, last question: if any family or friends see this, do you want to say anything to them?
What did you say? No, I think we're good on that. I don't talk to my family the way I used to. I miss my mom though.
At least you know where she is, you know.
Yeah.
She's safe there.
My uncle said the same thing. He said, at least you know she's safe.
Yeah. Yeah, at least you know where she is. She's got a bed, she's got food. At least she's out of the streets, because anything could happen out here, you know?
Yeah.
Anything could happen. Sometimes it takes a few months or, you know, a prison sentence. You know?
Yeah. She told my uncle she's glad it happened because it was the only way that was going to help her get clean.
Yeah.
My mom just recently became handicapped. She lost her leg due to an infection, and she recovered pretty quick.
Cellulitis?
No, she had an infection. She was cutting wood, and
Oh, okay.
it got into her bloodstream.
Oh.
Yeah. Sometimes we don't feel it, especially when we're doing something. So she takes really good care of herself. So I mean, I'm not.
Yeah.
Just kind of happened out of nowhere.
Sometimes that's a good thing, you know. Like me at my worst, as crazy as it sounds, I wish I would have got arrested sooner, because it would have saved me from myself further damage,
Yeah.
for the heartbreak to my family, you know, blah blah blah.
Yeah.
But
you know, I used to boost. I used to boost, and when it started getting really hot out here, I stopped doing it. And I thought, it's just not even worth it. All the shit I was getting wasn't even.
Yeah.
It didn't even last long.
Yeah.
So I mean, you know, I sat down and think, okay, well, what good is this doing for me? Because I'm not making no money off of it.
Yeah.
That high is only gonna last so long. So I keep doing it.
Yeah, that's scary. That's scary stuff. Well, thank you for. I mean, it was very nice to meet you.
Likewise.
Thank you for sharing your story. I'll give you my card
course.
anyway. If you ever need, you know, my number's on the back. When you get to treatment, if you want, keep my card.
Okay.
If you get bored or lonely, I know how it is in there too. I got so lonely in rehab. If you ever need someone to talk to, just give me a call. Say,
Okay.
hey, let me know how you're doing. If you want to do a follow-up interview when you get out,
Yeah.
you know, just
Okay.
keep in touch. And get back to your kids. You know, you're taking the right steps.
Thank you.
All right?
Thank you.
Thank you, April.